In this video, I will be talking about my trip to Potato Chip Rock. If you live in San Diego or Poway or Lakeside or Ramona, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you look up Potato Chip Rock, you will literally see thousands of pictures of different people at the top of this rock that kind of like hangs over, and there's people standing in from a certain angle. It looks like they're going to fall. There's a cliff down to their death, but there's really not. It's just some trees. Sorry, spoiler alert. I am making this video because there are a bunch of things that I wish I knew before I started this hike. I have a feeling that lots of people who are going to attempt this hike will be in for quite a few surprises. At the end of this video, I will play a short slideshow that I made of a few pictures that I took on the way up, because unfortunately, as you will see at the end of my slideshow, we did not get the chance to stand on the rock itself, but we got a picture in front, so maybe that counts. Here are a few things I wish I knew before I started this hike. Potato Chip Rock. What I did not know is that that is the common name. It's actually called Mount Woodson Trail. Now, I'm pretty sure that if you Google Potato Chip Rock, you will find the same rock that Mount Woodson Trail leads up to. Eventually figured it out because that is the attraction at the top of the mountain that everybody else who was there was going to. So I kind of just followed and we got there. The second thing that I wish I knew ahead of time is that there are two entrances to this trail. My husband and I were supposed to meet up with some friends at 8 o'clock to begin hiking. When we mapped how to get there, it took us to one entrance of the trail. Turns out our friends were at the other entrance. Luckily, we were very early, so I was able to map how to go around and get to the other side, which is by Lake Poway. And if you want to go through the Lake Poway side, you could just Google how to get to Lake Poway and you'll end up at the trailhead to go to Potato Chip Rock. The third thing that I wish I knew before starting this hike was that it is all uphill. Before I started, I knew that it was 4 miles. What I didn't know was that it was 4 miles one way. 8-mile round trip total. I guess if I would have done some research, I obviously would have found this out, but I was going based on what other people who have done the hike before had told me. So keep that in mind. You need to mentally prepare yourself to go 4 miles uphill. There is a halfway point. It's when you're going and you reach this area that has a lookout. There are 2 park benches. I knew that because there was a park ranger there and we asked him how much longer we had to reach the top, and he said, "You've gone 2 miles, you've got 2 miles to go." So I said, okay, well, this is the halfway point. Just keep in mind that when you reach that point, you have another 2 miles to go. Parking. Okay, parking's only $5, but I didn't know that. I knew that we had to park somewhere. I didn't know that I had to pay $5 to park there. So my husband and I had to turn around, go to the nearest gas station, convenience store type thing, and pull out money at the ATM, and then turn around and go back. Take cash. I would definitely recommend starting your hike as early as possible. We started at 8 o'clock, and by the time we got to the top, it was burning hot. Also, in regards to start time, if you plan to start around 2, 3, you think, oh hey, I'm gonna go on an afternoon hike. Why not? It's cooler, the sun's going down. No, the parking lot closes at 5 p.m. If you're planning to start from Poway side, then you need to start by 11, the latest. So that'll give you enough time to get to the top, take your picture, and get back down to the bottom. Speaking of the top and taking pictures, I was not warned about the line. There's a line at the top, and the wait is an hour and a half midday. A little bit before, you can see that there's maybe, let's say, well, there's only like 20, 30 people in line. The reason why it takes so long is because a lot of people like to go up in groups. They have to take so many pictures. Now, the park doesn't regulate how many pictures you can take at the top. I'm sure they're not going to hire somebody to stand up there. We were there, and there was this group of girls, like 6 of them. Of course, you got to do the group picture, which is fun. And then they each had to take pictures on their own, doing 3 to 4 poses, each one. Okay, that's why this line takes so long. You gotta do the yoga pose, the handstand pose, the feet dangling pose, the couple pose, the oh my god, I'm falling off the cliff, save me, save me. No, take a group picture, maybe selfies, done. It didn't work that way with us when we got there. So we're like, you know, I'm not waiting an hour and a half for all of these groups to take all of their pictures with all of their poses. So we took our picture in front of the rock where you can see it behind us, and that's good enough for me. Like I said earlier, definitely bring lots and lots of water. Sun protection. I covered myself in sunscreen and I was wearing a hat, and I didn't take my sunscreen with me because I didn't think the hike was so long. And that was a mistake because about halfway up, I'm like, oh, I need more. Another thing that I definitely recommend is wearing good fitting shoes. See, I have hiking shoes that I've had for a while, so they're all broken in now. They're nice and comfy. I saw people up there walking with brand new tennis shoes on. Why would you decide to break in your tennis shoes going uphill for 4 miles? Like, that's just torture. Don't do that. Okay, enough for me. I will show you my slideshow now. I'm learning this new editing program, so forgive me if there are any weird editing things that happen. Potato chip rock itself is picture worthy. There are also lots of things along the way that are also picture worthy that I feel like don't get enough credit. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. If you hike potato chip and you have other things that maybe I didn't mention here in this video, go ahead and put them in the comments below, and I will look forward to reading them. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Slideshow, slideshow, slideshow. First video. Yay, first video!